Hey guys, wanted to talk about hunting and weather. What is good weather for hunting and what is bad weather for hunting? When I just started hunting 14 years ago, uh, you know, you don't want to get wet, you don't want to be in the rain, you don't want to be in the thunderstorm because either you don't have the rain gear or your shoes got soaked. So you're gonna sit in your truck until it stops raining. Then you're gonna go walk around, and you're still gonna get wet because all the bushes are wet out here in Oregon. So for me, what I noticed during my 14 years of hunting in Oregon is that I saw more animals. I saw bigger animals. I had more success when the weather was bad. And in bad, I mean, it can be a clear day and then all of a sudden the clouds come in and it starts pouring rain and I'm still in the forest and all of a sudden the deer come out, into the clear cut. All of a sudden I start seeing elk, or movement in the forest. Well, so the animals, they also understand that because they like to feed when they have cover. And for them, fog is cover, heavy rain is cover, cold is cover. So when the temperatures drop, the more mature bucks are gonna come out. I don't know, I don't know if you have ever seen a big mature deer out in the middle of a clear cut during a very sunny day. I have not, because at least not during hunting season. So weather plays a big factor in animal movement. In fact, I also noticed that fishing, I've caught some big fish. My wife has caught a big brown trout. And when I say big, it was like 22, 24-inch trout. When it was like thunderstorms in Montana, it was like pouring rain, lightning striking, and she hooked this big trout. So that's when the fish came out to feed. I also noticed when I was like 10 years old, we were fishing in a local pond in our city, and all of a sudden it started hailing and thunderstorming, and everybody started catching fish. So you gotta choose to be out there, when all the hunters are headed back to their camp, or all the hunters are climbing into their trucks to drink some tea and have their lunch because it's just pouring rain. That might be your chance to go out there and sit on the edge of a clear cut because the deer are actually starting to sneak out to get a bite. They know they can't move when it's clear weather because their movement is going to be visible. So they feel more safe when it's pouring rain, and they can come out and just eat in the clear cut because nobody's out there. So that's my experience with weather here in Oregon. Also, I noticed when it's super hot, the animals don't like to move. If you're hunting in September, early September, mid-September, maybe even late September, if it's hot, the animals don't like to move. They want to chill. They want to relax by their water source. They want to be in a cool canyon, or they want to be up above by the timber line. 6,000 feet, 6,500 feet, by some glaciers. Just because it's cooler out there, and big animals like elk, during the rut, they sweat so much, they run so much, they chase each other, they fight, that they just don't want to step out, into 95 degrees or climb a mountain. That's why before it gets hot, they're already bedded in a canyon, or in a mountaintop, a timberline by some glacier creek, So that's just that's my experience. That's what I learned in the 14 years of hunting here in Oregon. So my advice is, if it's bad weather, then go out there, And what I learned is, buy the right gear, have the right boots, grab some quality Sitka rain gear, because you can buy some cheap stuff. It's gonna break, it's gonna rip, you're gonna sweat in it. It doesn't have the armpit zippers for you to not sweat so much. and also it can be really loud. That cheap rain gear from Walmart or Bimart, it can be really loud. And spend some money on quality gear, and your hunt, your experience is going to be a lot better. You're going to enjoy your adventures in the forest because you're geared up. You know, you have good boots, you have good raincoat, rain jacket that's not loud. You know, you can move through the bushes, you can move through the forest quietly because it has that velvet on it. And enjoy your hunt. It's going to add to your success. Next time you're out hunting, you know, and it starts pouring rain, don't go to your truck. You know, if it becomes really cold, if the temperatures drop, just be out there. Know that the animals are going to be moving when they feel safe, and they don't feel safe on a clear sunny day when you know, when it's hot, or when the visibility is like 1,000 yards. They know the cougars can see them, the bears can see them, the humans and hunters can see them. And so just experience for yourself, try new things, you know, be willing to walk to places people don't want to go, climb into canyons nobody wants to climb into, because the animals, they're smart, you know. They, especially the big ones, they have been evading predators for like 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, not because they're sitting in a clear cut their whole life. That's why there's so many you know, spikes and forkies harvested every year, because they don't have that experience of being elusive. They haven't learned to hide, and that's why you see a lot of these younger bucks running around with does and being shot with does, you know, or you see spike elk in a big herd with does, and you know, the hunters are chasing the herd from one part of unit to the other part of unit, or from one range to another range, whereas the big mature bull, he might be sitting in the canyon, you know, half a mile away, because that's what he learned. That's what worked for him last year. You know, when he saw a bazillion of trucks driving through the Tioga unit, he just kept sitting by the main highway and didn't peek out. You know, he's not in the herd. He's just chilling by his water hole and his one little clear cut, you know, and he's good. So you got to be smart. Think like an animal, act like an animal, learn how to be like an animal, learn what the animal wants, and learn the animal's home, and you're going to be successful.